Last time I sat here, it was Pat Ione on a bicycle kick when we played Houston to win the game. And I don't know how many two-goal games Brad Evans has in his career. Somebody needs to look that up. But I'm very thankful for Brad for having to have one now, and then the rest of the guys pitching in as well to make this a successful evening for not just myself, but for the whole coaching staff, like Ziggy said at the stadium, to thank the fans, but also for the guys that did the hard work on the field, because our job is certainly important, but the players are the ones that really do the hard work. And being in my shoes, I get to work with some of the younger players on the squad. I also get to help some of the older guys and the stars as well, but I certainly think that I've touched or been involved with the group from top to bottom, and I think that's what what I'm feeling right now is that I'm proud of those guys for coming through and making sure that we really did our jobs tonight and made it into the second or third place, and we control our destiny here with our last game. And it certainly was, for me to win another game, it's just a pretty good feeling.
How did you address, if in any formal way, the result out of Vancouver before taking the pitch?
I have to watch what I say. I want to be respectful of our opponents and our fellow Northwest teams, but it seems like we had to do them a favor tonight. And so hopefully we will get that favor repaid to us at some point in the future. But before the game, we all were watching the TVs, and we knew the result as we were walking out on the field. And I said, well, it's up to us. We have to do our job here and not worry about what they did.
How important was avoiding that play-in, first-round game?
Well, it's massive. I mean, it's massive. I mean, it's just an extra game on an already busy schedule. I think our club must play more games than most teams in this league, and then we had a couple injuries, and we're trying to get back at it. And Wednesday games, we're used to it, but it certainly would have put a lot more mileage and a little bit more pressure to get us to where we want to be.
Morrow and Brad talked about the patience you guys had to use kind of in the build-up for this game. Just talk about how important that was for you guys today.
The patience in the build-up as far as on the field. Well, I think we had a good week of training. I think the guys have kind of figured out that this is kind of the lineup that we're using. Certainly injuries and other things come into play, but the team has been on a steady uptick as far as performances are concerned. And you didn't want to add too much pressure to them. You want to just tell them hey, we control what we control. And, whatever the result was up in Vancouver, whatever the result was, LA, San Jose, those things are just little side notes as far as our story is concerned.
So the message was really, no matter what goes on, both on our field and elsewhere, just kind of play your game as usual.
Just normal week of training, normal game. I think that this team is good enough that if we play up to our potential and we worry about ourselves, that we have a chance to beat anybody in this league.
Brian's maybe a little bit early, but it's still a lot of important things in the LA game next Sunday. Have you and coaches decided we're going to play a full lineup, regulars on Wednesday, or maybe sit a few of those guys?
Well, Ziggy and I will talk about that probably a little bit later after we leave the room for a little bit, and then tomorrow we have training tomorrow, so we'll start to contemplate that. But even before that, Mark, we have marathon to deal with as well, so we got a couple of things to talk about with the staff.
A good win, but still going to hurt to see the Cascadia Cup go, right?
Yeah, well, we like to get trophies. I mean, we like to win as much as we can, whenever we can. Just for me personally, Portland is certainly a massive rival, but there's no real winning scenario for me up in that game up there because, we don't want either of those two to win it, and one of them was going to win it, so.
Me preguntaron si podría hacer un anuncio y pensé que era porque yo juego para los Seattle Sounders. No puedo, porque mi inglés no es muy bueno. That's true. Entonces me dijeron que el anuncio era de padres, niños y familias. Eso es muy importante para mí y le dije que yo hago lo que puedo hacer. No importa cuál idioma tú hablas, hay un idioma universal que nuestros niños comprenden y necesitan. Y es el amor y el cariño de los padres. Be a good parent and stay involved in your child's life.